So hello everyone, it's 4-5. So let us start. I assume before we begin, can I have a quick heads up from everyone in the questions panel that I am perfectly audible? Uh, you can just okay. Hardik just dropped the yes and cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. So let us start the webinar. Okay. A lot of responses. Yes. Thank you so much. So let us start. So this webinar, how to grow your business with cloud. This will have us answering a very fundamental questions because all of us we hear it very frequently that cloud is the current thing, cloud is going to be the next big thing. SMBs are adopting cloud like anything, SMBs are going to spend a lot on cloud. But how do we get aboard this cloud line? Like, how do we start selling the cloud? For example, I was just having a look at the guys who have registered for the webinar. So a lot of people are system integrators, a lot of people are software partners of Tele, CRM, etc. There are a couple of web hosting and domain providers. There are a couple of software developers, application developers. So how can we get aboard this cloud train and how can we start making money out of it? So, before we begin the webinar, allow me to introduce myself. I look into marketing at ZNetLive, and with me is Danish. So, Danish heads sales and operations at ZNetLive, and yeah. So, let's begin. Before we start,
Hi guys, Danish this side. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay, so we'll start with Dakshesh. Dakshesh, please go ahead. I'll join you.
sure. Thank you, Danish. So the most fundamental question before we discuss how do we start making money out of the cloud, is there actually any money to be made in the cloud? Is the cloud boom real? I mean, the media says that there is an upcoming cloud boom. There are reports by the leading service providers that say that SMBs are going to invest this much amount of money in cloud services in these many years. So is there actually a cloud boom? Is there actually money to be made? Well, reports say there is. So this recent report by Auden, it says that SMBs globally by 2080 will be spending close to $100 billion in the cloud. And when they say they'll be spending this $100 billion in cloud services, so definitely they are going to give this money to service providers like us. So there is definitely a huge amount of money made to be made in the cloud currently, and even more so in times to come. By the end of 2015, SMBs had invested $98.7 billion in cloud services, and by 2018, it is supposed to grow to $160 billion. So that's a staggering growth rate of 17.2% year on year. And now let us see how they project that this money is going to be invested across multiple segments. For example, infrastructure as a service, which involves public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, that had an expenditure of $40 billion in 2015. And it is expected that these services will have an expenditure of close to $56 billion by the end of 2018. So that's a huge growth as well as a huge opportunity to make money. And then web presence, which includes website designing, web development, web solutions like website backup, SSL certificates, malware scanning. So these kind of web presence solutions are also going to grow at a significantly decent rate, and it is estimated that SMBs will invest $26 billion by 2018. And then this interesting segment, unified communication, which involves solutions like email, PBX, video conferencing, online meetings, and solutions like Office 365, Google Apps. Even this is going to get huge investment, close to $29 billion by the end of 2018. And then there are business applications. For example, I can see that a lot of us providers are into providing, let us say, customized ERP solutions, HR solution, accounting, payroll, CRM solutions. So this market is going to go tremendously at a growth rate of 100%. Currently in 2015, there was an investment of $24 billion in business applications like CRM, HR. 2018 is going to have $48 billion. That is an exact 100% growth rate. and which is because all these applications that we provide, CRM, payroll, HR, accounting, these are going to move to the cloud. But then again, this is only something that the reports say. And I'll be very frank here. These reports can very well be sponsored by the providers themselves, like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, OpenStack. These guys might want to propagate a view that cloud is going to be the next big thing, so start selling cloud. So are these reports actually true? What is the ground reality? So when I say what is the ground reality, like it is often said that in business only one thing succeeds, that provides solution to one of the existing problems of the customers. So if a customer is having a problem and if we are able to provide a solution to it, then only it is going to succeed. So are there any problems of existing customers, SMBs, enterprises that only cloud can solve? Do the customers actually have enough knowledge? Like I was asking Hardik in the beginning of the session, do they even have existing knowledge that there is such a thing as cloud and it is going to benefit them in many ways? What is the ground reality? And what is the ground reality for providers like us, like ZNetLive, like all of you? Is there actually any money to be made in the cloud market? Can we use the problems that customers are having as an opportunity and make revenue out of it? So I will let Danish answer this question and take over from here, because Danish has relatively much more experience in the cloud industry. He has been a part of this industry since last 5 years, and he was there when the cloud was just getting started some 2.5 to 3 years back, and he has seen this era when the starting of cloud has slowly translated into this cloud boom, and he has also seen very closely the transformation of various industries like domain and web hosting, web designer, business application. He has seen these industries very slowly being transformed and aligned into the cloud market. So Danish, yeah, coming back to you, what do you think? What is the ground reality? Is cloud actually
Yeah.
selling? Is cloud actually going to sell?
Yeah, of course, Dakshesh, you're pretty much on the right track. And first of all, thanks, Dakshesh, and thank you for the nice words. Guys, Danish this side, I basically heads sales and operations here over ZNet Live. Okay, and hope you guys can hear me. If you can't, so you can just type in on the question section. Okay, coming back to the Dakshesh points, yes, the ground reality, if I talk about, there are many problems of an SMBs, I'll repeat those, the same words. There are many problems out there with an SMBs who faces on a daily basis, okay, and the problem with which only cloud can resolve, and there are much more aspects over on top of it with the clouds only. So cloud is one thing which can resolve not only a single problem of an SME, but again there are many problems out in there within SMEs. So we'll discuss a few of them over here on the basis of a consumer side and the provider side. So I guess we have a mixed audience over here, so we have decided to bring the presentation accordingly. Okay, so if I talk about on the side of a consumer, of course the consumer faces a lot of problem. Okay, and the cloud is in a favor of a consumer. So cloud technology, first of all, yeah, of course the cloud is a technology, but again on top of it, cloud is a model or a solution to a problem only. So if I talk about the consumer side's problem, which you can see on the left side of your screen, okay, so there are basically a technical complexity. For example, the email synchronization, data security, or an access of your systems across. Okay, so yes, the cloud solves this problem for you, for the consumers. And secondly, if we talk about the customers need consumption-based pricing, yes, if we talk about an ISPs, we pay an ISP on the billing cycle. For the things we only consume, and electricity we consume, we pay bill for that. Yes, the cloud is based on that same model. Okay, so the consumer pays only for what it consumes. Again, we have a similar question on the chat as well, the ability to scale on demand. Of course, the best part of the cloud is you can scale the cloud as you guys want. Like if we take an hypothetical example of an IPL match, For example, IPL match has an audience where it comes only for a seasonal time. Okay, so again, this can be scaled and can be downgraded. Okay, so again, if we talk about the next point, worry-free IT. So no consumer wants to spend much of the time and the management cost onto an IT infrastructure, where the clouds basically solves this problem for the consumer, giving a very redundant things with no downtime on top of it. Okay, so cloud is basically helpful for the consumers. So next is single service provider, which can fulfill all their IT needs. So this is basically if we move towards a provider side, so or the consumer side. So consumer or the providers both eventually wants a one provider or an organization which solves all their IT needs actually. So this is basically the cloud can make it possible, because on the cloud you can deploy anything, anywhere, anytime. Right. Let's move to the provider side. Onto the other side is there's no money left in the traditional IT services. Yes, of course. When we talk about the domain and hosting, yeah, of course these are the bread and butter for us. But again, if we talk about like getting a good money out of it, we know that there are big players out there in the market like Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They have already entered into a cloud market and they are trying to pitch the lower base of an audience. So there is no more money there and left in the traditional IT services. You again moving here as service providers want to be able to sell all the services without having to build a technical expertise in them. So if we talk about providers out there in the market, they or the consultants out there in the market, they don't want to build an IT expertise out with them, but they want to be a consultant on top of it. So if we choose out to be a single or provider which gets us all the IT solutions, this could be a best option for the provider to go ahead. Again, the best part of, if I talk about the best part of the service-based industry is the recurring revenue. You'll never see your graph going down if you're working hard on top of it. So service providers want a recurring revenue. We get a recurring revenue on monthly, yearly, on yearly basis. So this is the best part in the cloud. As a part of this game, you get on recurring revenue out of it. Every provider want to make an additional money from an existing customer. So this can be done actually by bundling the products. So any sort of products are you selling out there? So it might be you are a hardware vendor, you are selling that, eventually you need to move on a cloud. Okay, so you need to bundle the products and you need to sell out there in the market. So bundling could be a next big thing out there in the market, and we see the many big players are already doing the same thing. They want to replace one-time transaction with an ongoing customer connection. So for example, if any provider has a bunch of customers with them, they can cross upsell the things. They can sell the things to the consumers and bundle the things and sell and get maximum profit out of it. So this could be again on both the consumer side and the provider side, and I guess the cloud is the best solution to the problem of the consumers and for the providers to get more money out of it across the coming out from the traditional IT services. So Dakshesh, hope you agree with the points and this makes sense to you guys as well.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense. But I would like to again go back to where I started. Means, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please go ahead.
yeah. So I would again like to go back to where I started. So again, you have sort of reiterated the same thing. I was telling that by the way of reports, and you are telling that by your own ground experience that yes, okay, cloud is going to be actually be the next big thing. But if it is such a great and a pretty thing, if it is solving so many problems of consumer, if it is providing such huge opportunity to providers, then why is there currently no traction? I mean, I will very straightforwardly say, why do we have so many registrations for this webinar? Why do we have so many people still wanting to know how to make money from the cloud? If there is such a great opportunity, then why have people a, not
See,
being able to monetize it, and B, what is the difference between people who have been able to monetize it and who have been able to make money from the cloud and the people who still haven't been able to monetize the cloud? Like, where does the gap exist?
So what I'll say, the opportunity lies on our own palm. It's our wish to grab it or not. The reason being, some people think they have a different perspective, they have a different myth-see, which we'll be covering in next slides. The cloud is complex. The cloud has some different things. We can't sell the clouds, and there are many other things. So I'll recommend you to move it with the slide. So I'll surely solve this question for the other guys as well. So there are three myths about selling the cloud services. This myths actually comes out from the partner side. From recent my past couple of years of experience, I've been working very closely with the partners across. So I have been come across many questions like the cloud is complex, the cloud is not in a demand. Basically, these are something is not considerable out there in the market, because if we talk about the stats which you have already shared, which you have got from the very recommended source, again this says the cloud has a market. So it totally depends for an individual organization to if they sees an opportunity into it or they don't see an opportunity into it. So I have just three myths about like what the providers actually think the cloud is, and this myths will be proven wrong with my conversation and my explanation forwardly. So again, I will start with the first one. Selling cloud services is technically complex. Do it really? I guess no. The reason being, there are, of course, there's no one reason. There are many reasons. This seems to be complex from the outside, but again, you need to decide first by deciding on the technically expert partner who can handle it all for you which can act as a backbone for you guys. So finding a right partner will be a one pitch. You need to find an expert who can actually help you at the back end, okay, and solves all your problem if you are not lying in the technical side of the solution provider. But again, if you are onto a technical side as well, we know the Google is open, and you can do anything, anything research on it and work on it. So I'll move ahead with this thing, finding a technical expert partner who can handle it all for you. By providing a multiple flavors of cloud services, one should find out a partner in the market which can help across your cloud solutions. Okay, providing a complete pre-sale assistance, providing a complete post-sale technical support, where partner or a provider can focus only on the sales. So if you try to accommodate everything within an organization, yeah, it could be possible once you're a big one. But again, if you are just going to start selling the cloud product, so my personal recommendation would be partner with some good company, so they can provide you a back-end expertise on it, and you focus more on selling the products. So let's move to a second myth. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe the essence of this can be that find the right partner. I believe this is what we can conclude, that you find the right partner who can provide you the ability to sell all the cloud services. I want to sell Microsoft, I want to sell Amazon, I want to sell Google. So find a partner who can extend you all the three, and then someone who can give you complete pre-sale support and then the post-sale support, so that you can focus only on sales.
Yes, of course. If it's a starting organization, but again, if the organization has a competency to manage the technical things as well, they can really do that as well. But again, this would be the good start to go ahead. Again, let's move to a second one. Selling cloud. This is a myth for the providers. Selling cloud services does not fit in my business. So I guess cloud, if you are into an IT business, you can sell cloud. This is very easy to sell. We have very realistic examples in past years where we have enabled even the system integrators and the hardware vendors to sell cloud. So here are the cloud fits best for a customer needs for all IT providers, which we can include like system integrators, IT consultants, web designers and developers, software and app developers, software distributors like those who distribute Tele, ERP or SAP solutions in the market. So they think the cloud is actually not our game, because we are selling something, a product which gets directly installed onto a system. But again, the market is moving towards the cloud, so it's very fundamental for all of us to understand that any software which exists in the market will be going on a cloud. Even the operating system will be going on a cloud, right? So any hardware vendor, you won't believe we have a hardware vendor as a partner who is selling like bulk of email IDs for us, right? So we have a web service providers like hosting providers, you can say, so they can even sell the cloud. So it's basically a myth for all of us, like yes, the cloud is not for us and we can't sell the cloud further, right? So we have a third myth. Ross, let's move that. Yeah. This is something everyone interests for, right? It is a hard to make money selling the cloud services. What I'll say over here, it's hard money making selling those traditional IT services, but it's very good time to jump into a market where you can sell cloud, believe me or not. So first thing is a repeat purchases. This repeat purchases is a beautiful thing which we have given by God grace. Like cloud gets on repeat, like people, those who consume clouds, they keep on growing their business and the cloud requirement keeps on growing, right? Sell more on pay-per-use, customers needs grow. Okay, so again, when the customer needs grows, right? The customer demands for the more things. Your revenue across also grows. Recurring revenue across, again, a very beautiful thing in the service industry. Recurring revenue, which we have talked earlier as well. Bundling services and cross sell and upsell. So bundling is basically you can bundle the services with your existing services with the cloud and you provide a solution to a customer. Again, I'll talk the same point. Cloud is a technology, moreover it is a model and a solution to a problem. So when you are going out there in the market and want to sell out the cloud, just find out the problems of an organization. So if you're going out there in the market and wants to understand, like you met a customer and wants to understand what actually they needs. So your first question should be, what are the problems that organization is facing? So your problem which you get out from your customer or the consumer. So the solution to it will be a cloud solution and will be a money for you, because traditional things people are keep on going selling those traditional things, and money is always there behind the hard things you do, honestly, right? So I guess these are the three myths, and it has been covered well for you guys, which has been taken out from many good sources and the personal experience of mine. So we'll move ahead with what are some of the problems of an SMB that only cloud can resolve. So these were the problems that providers face, right? So now if I talk about here the problems which consumer faces, right? So we have across, like anyone out there in an IT industry or in a non-IT industry, being an organization or an individual, first thing they want is an email ID, right? So we have so many things across, like we have email, we have data backup and storage, we have communication and tools. So we'll find out few of the problems which are actually a realistic problems which we have seen out there in the recent time faced in email. Like people feel like they get less storage out with an email, what they are actually using. The security is not good. They get a lot of spam and the malware things, right? And it has to be, the email is something a key to our locker, so you can't afford to lose your key, right? Email synchronization across the devices is again a problem, right? So what we call it as an active sync as well. A downtime, believe me or not, so going an email down is something a heart failure for a person. So again, this cannot be afforded across. So next is a data backup and the storage, data prone to loss. So we have been might be facing in the past time, like I've lost my laptop, or my laptop has got damaged. So again, the data loss is one thing. Second is device dependency. So you are doing something on your personal laptop or system, cannot get synced across the devices. This is something very important. So everything synchronization has come across from the cloud only. So we are just talking about the problems over here. We have a next slide where we'll be talking about the solution to these problems. So on the data side, we have a storage, we have a less storage. It's considered that we have a less storage, right? Communication, internal and external communication for anywhere connectivity with the team, online meetings, video conferencing. So these are the things which we are actually dependent on, right? So we are using this GoToMeeting. This is again a tool for a video conferencing. So these are the tools which actually require. These are the necessity out in the market to work out, right? Then we have a tools for the documentation creation. We use it for all the time, like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So these are the basic problems which every organization actually faces. Okay, so we will move forward where we have a product where it solves maximum 80% of your problems. Dakshesh, can you head to next slide, please? Again, yeah, thank you. So again, we have a single product which is Office 365 by Microsoft. Okay, so it is basically a complete solution. It is a cloud product which actually solves more than 80% of the problem for every organization they face. The base of the organization comes out from an email, right? Either it could be a hardware organization, they work on hard products, either it could be they work on a soft product. So this is a basic necessity these days. So the storage problem has been fixed, I guess, by Office 365 by giving 50 GB of inbox, which is huge. Okay, again backed up by 100% uptime SLA, right? So no downtime you can expect from them. Online meetings, we have a business for Skype. This is again a very awesome tool. We actually use it internally, and this is something to be hats off. Video conferencing call for an instant messaging. Then we have a file sharing with 1000 GB of is equals to 1 TB of cloud storage, where it actually helps to dump any of your data. 1000 GB is something which I haven't consumed till date in my IT career, right? So this is something huge. We have an Office tools, again this MS Word, PowerPoint, Publisher, Excel. We have been using it always since my childhood. So again, these are the products which actually solves maximum of the problems out there in the market. And cost, yes. This is something very exciting for me. Cost. How much does it cost? It costs less than 2 cups of tea for your employee, only 12 rupees per day, right? So this is something your employee cannot be so much productive drinking 2 cups of tea, but getting this email on the other hand brings out to be a more productive out there when he or she's sitting in the office or outside an office. So it's a concept of office anywhere. So we have a very beautiful ad designed by Microsoft recently, Office Anywhere. I love that ad. We'll share that video with you guys as well. Okay. So again, this is something less than 12 rupees per day. This is a beauty of cloud now. So if you would have installed the same thing into your local hardware, this must have cost you a lot of dollars. Okay. Single product which solves many problems across multiple verticals. So you are onto any vertical, so it solves all of your problem in such a less time and money. Yes, of course. So if you talk about in the deployment part, so you need not, it won't take like more than like couple of hours to deploy across your organization on Office 365, right? If not on cloud, you can't afford, of course, you have to set up many things within organization. Okay, as it solves so many problems, so it is a huge selling opportunity for all the providers across. So we being a provider, you being a provider, if it solves so many problems, we have been discussing the solution to a problem is a business, and this is a solution to a problem, and here we lot of money out of it. Selling those traditional emails, I guess, won't be a very big game out there in the market because everyone is using. But there are a lot of problems which actually the consumer faces. So if the consumer comes to know about these, sometimes it actually happens in my realistic scenario when we sell or upsell the products. It comes out to be like a consumer actually knows about the problem, but the problem doesn't seems to be very big for them. But when we tell them a reality of the product, like what problem can actually cause them a loss, so they actually believe on us and things goes on working, right? So I guess this is something which could be taken care by all the providers out there. Okay, so this every cloud infrastructure for the providers, I guess there is a backend out there which you need to search for, of course, and I'll head towards Dakshesh. Dakshesh, I guess you can help guys
Yeah.
to understand
Yes, this
how this can be taken care with them.
thank you, Danish. And first things first, a very great example. When you were speaking, I was just thinking that many of our joinees might be thinking that where does Office 365 come in between, come in the picture all of a sudden. Uh, but yes, this example of Office 365, uh, a single cloud solution being able to solve so many different problems of a customer across different verticals, across email, data backup and storage, online communication, etc., is an example of the power of what cloud can do, and second, of what cloud can do at such a low cost. Number one. And number two, as Danish was speaking, I was just doing some calculations at my end. So what does it mean for service providers like us? I believe all of you will agree that the problems that Danish mentioned of email security, email syncing, downtime is something that all of your customers face. So this cloud product is a very easily sellable product, and it means huge revenue opportunity for all of us. Because let us say we all of us, all of the joinees of this webinar, I am sure have a huge existing customer base of theirs. So can I very easily say that all of you can very easily, just allow me a second, I believe there's a bit of disturbance. All of you can very easily sell some 300 or Office 365 seats to your customers. Let us say some 20 odd seats to one customer and 80 seats to one customer. So if we are selling 300 seats per month and one seat costs around 1200 rupees, so the
Mm.
total amount comes to 36 lakhs rupees per month. And even if you're getting just 10% commission on it, so it becomes a billing of 3 lakhs 60,000 rupees per month to you. Plus, it does not stop here. This revenue is recurring, means this 3 lakhs 60,000 you'll get each month, month on month. And it does not even stop here, because let us say you have just sold only 50 Office 365 IDs to a customer of yours. So when he buys the 51st email ID and the 52nd email ID, the revenue from his end, the profit from his end is going to increase even more. So yeah, that's the power of the cloud. But then yeah, again, so sounds like cloud is a very fantastic product. But how do you start selling cloud? Because let's step back a bit. At the end of the day, if you are starting to sell something new and altogether different product, a new product or products per se, you being business owners can relate to one thing, that it is going to require a whole lot of investment in terms of resources, manpower, sales, marketing, etc. And here again lies the beauty of the cloud. You don't need to do any of those things. If you want to get successful in the cloud market, you just have to focus on two things. One is take advantage of your existing customer relationships. You already have a very well built customer base. Take advantage of that, and B, bundle and upsell the cloud products to them. So you don't have to do anything new. But then again, there's a whole lot of other aspects that are to be covered. So herein, I would like to introduce to you the Plus One Partner Program. by ZNetLive that we have launched this week. So before I tell what this program is about, allow me to tell how we came about devising this program. So we, as many of you might know, we had a nationwide Cloud Connect tour last year across 4 or 5 different cities. So we met with a lot of partners, similar partners like yours, and we asked them that, if you were only to focus on selling, if you were to only focus on making money, how can ZNetLive support you? What are the features that we can, how can we act as your solid backend and you can just focus on selling? So what is everything that you are going to need to be successful? And we incorporated all those features in Plus One Partner Program. To begin with, Plus One Partner Program comes with a complete backend panel that you can use to build your relationship with ZNetLive, and B, you can pass on this panel to your end customer as well. Now you think that, okay, why do I need a backend panel? Because let us say some of you are selling CRM, some of you are selling payroll services, some other softwares, etc., etc., and you move your customer to the cloud. Now the customer needs the facility to use all the advantages of the cloud. He needs to be upgrade on whim. He wants, okay, yesterday I was needing 2 GB of data, today I need 3 GB of data. So you need to provide him the automation. He needs to be able to upgrade scale on choice. If he has 50 Office 365 email IDs, he needs to be able to add the 51st email ID without coordinating with you, so that he can simply go to the backend panel, do plus one, buy that existing Office 365 email ID, it gets automatically set up for him, and on the backside you get your commission automatically. For example, if the customer has availed public cloud and he says that, okay, now I don't need 4 GB bandwidth, I need 10 GB bandwidth. So he can automatically upgrade the bandwidth from his customer panel. He gets billed at our end and you get your commission without any sort of manual intervention whatsoever. So this is the backend panel provided by ZNetLive to all its partners, so that the complete process is automated and your customers don't bother you every single day and they have the complete control in their own hands. Apart from it, it also comes with multiple features that are beneficial for you as a partner. For example, this panel has a complete marketing engine. So wait a second, the number one thing, this panel is going to come with a completely ready-made cloud website. As soon as you join our Plus One Partner Program, you're going to get a ready-made website which you can use to start selling cloud products right away. All the products of ZNetLive are already integrated in that website, and that website is integrated with your panel, so the process is already completely automated. And other features that you get are, you get a marketing engine, so that you can straight away change the pricing on your website, you can give discounts to your customers. Even from this panel, you can do email marketing also. You don't need to use third-party softwares like MailChimp, Mendelab, etc., etc. And your complete lead engine is going to be incorporated into this panel. For example, your sales guy goes out on the field and he finds a customer interesting, so he can add the lead into this panel and you can track it कि अच्छा ये अभी पहुंची कहाँ पे है. Plus all the leads from the website, from the inquiry forms of the ready-made website you get, are automatically going to be integrated in this Plus One Partner panel. So you don't have to do anything manually. Along with that, any automatic ticket creation means your customer gets a panel of his own. So a ticket he creates from his end is automatically going to be visible in your panel. And if you want ZNetLive to provide the white label support, so it is going to be visible to us as well. And we can reply to that customer on your behalf, so that we take care of complete CRM and support, so that you can focus only on sales. So again, just wrapping this up, this backend panel gives your customer the complete control and gives you complete automation, a ready-made website, the leads of which get embedded in your panel. You can add additional leads as well, a complete marketing engine to sell emails, to give discounts. And for example, as soon as your customer buys from that website, a mail will be auto shot to him that thank you for availing dedicated server from XYZ Private Limited. Your service is all set up, and that mail is going to have all the details of the relevant product, so you don't have to do anything. So you get a complete backend panel. Along with that, yes, obviously, the discounts, the commissions are very high. Number one, on each product, on each sale. Number two, the discounts are recurring. Means if any one of your customer, let's say, buys an Office 365 today, so today you're going to get a commission out of it, let's say 20%, 25%. But when that customer renews after a period of 6 months or after a period of 1 year, then again you're going to get a commission on it. So the commission is recurring. That's the beauty of it. You get complete end customer support, as in some of our partners are technically capable and they will say that, okay, no, I will handle the complete customer life cycle. I want to provide support to my customer. I do not want ZNetLive to come anywhere in the picture. So you can provide support at your end from the panel itself. And if you want that key, I will only do the sales, and once the sale happens, I want ZNetLive to take care of everything else, everything, complete support, etc., etc. But the customer should not know that ZNetLive is doing the support. He should think that I am doing the support. So our ticket representatives, our call representatives are going to act on your behalf, and the customer is going to think that your department is providing him the support. Along with that, you get complete marketing support from ZNetLive. We are going to conduct joint events from you for you. For example, you have a huge existing customer base. You can invite all of them, and we can have a single session wherein we can pitch products to them, evaluate their needs, and thereby increase sales for you. You are going to have a ready-made resource center wherein your sales team is going to get ready-made sales copies to sell the product, to pitch the product. They are going to get copies in way of that, this is the first mail you should send for this sale. If the customer does not reply, this is the second mail you should send, then this is the third mail you should send. You're going to get a PowerPoint presentation, PDF of all the products that you'll be selling, so that are going to be of great resource to your customers. You're going to get videos, you're going to get ready-made email marketing campaigns in your resource center, in which all you have to do is just put your logo and company name, and you're ready to shoot an email marketing campaign. Other than that, we are also going to do digital marketing campaigns with you across Facebook, Google, and every other YouTube, every digital marketing platform. And we are going to explore alternate ways of brand outreach to your customers as well. So these are some of the features, and then again in return you get a dedicated partner manager only for your business at ZenetLive, who is going to act as a single point of contact for anything, any information, any support, any 24/7 coordination you need from ZenetLive side. And these are just some of the products that you can sell via ZenetLive's Plus One Partner Program, Office 365, Google Apps, dedicated servers, hardware as a service, co-location services, Windows Azure Cloud, public, private, hybrid. We also have in pipeline Amazon Cloud, Google Cloud, so that is going to be available very soon, virtual private servers, etc., etc. And these are products which we have very carefully chosen, and on which you won't have to do the heavy lifting of convincing the customers. So they are good in per se that your customer is going to be impressed by them. All you have to do is make customer aware that such a product exists. So yeah, and in terms of cloud front, we currently have Azure Cloud, and in a coming pipeline is Amazon, Google, etc., etc. So that is it. On left hand side, you can see how we have built closed cloud, very solid cloud expertise over the years. We are Microsoft's cloud solution provider. We have several competencies with Microsoft and some other providers, Google, Amazon as well. So that's it. I believe now we should start the Q&A session. Uh, uh, Even after this question and answer, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Danish and me on our email IDs that I mentioned, and you can also reach out us on our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter. Just allow me a second to have a quick look at the existing questions that are lined up. So see how this is going to work is, yeah, I can see that a lot of you have raised some very valid questions. So I'm going to unmute you, and you can ask the question so that the other listeners can also see what question you're asking, and then we are going to try answering it. Uh, the very first very good quality question that I can see is from Sandeep. Sandeep asked that will ZNetLive provide technical support for AWS, Google, Microsoft, OpenStack? Sandeep, I'm just going to unmute you. Can you please ask your question in good detail? I just unmuted you, Sandeep.
Okay, actually, hello, can you
Yeah,
hear my voice?
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
sir.
audible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, actually, I have a meeting with ZNet sales manager 1 week ago that they will provide. They said that they will provide support for technical support for AWS so and other companies. So I want to ask you that when I will get that service so that I can start selling products.
So, actually, we are already in a pipeline to introduce AWS and Google Cloud Engine. Okay, we have already worked with Microsoft and Azure. Okay, so our first batch is towards Amazon Cloud Services and then towards the Google Cloud Engine. I can't commit your time right now, but I guess this might take another like couple of months for us to fully fledged launch the services. Our technical team is already working on it, and they need to build some sort of competency around the product, and they are working on the certifications and the other things which actually the AWS actually needs. Hope I have
And is
answered.
that technical support will be turnkey like turnkey white level support technical support?
So again, when we talk about the technical support, you have to sell those products across our platform, or you can resell the product from your platform also. Okay, so the product which are built from our cycle will be provided with the support. So again, that can be entertained in this case.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, yeah, thank you, Sandeep. Rituja also has a very interesting question. Just allow me a second. Yeah, so okay, but yeah. So Rituja has a very interesting question that does cloud help in customer retention? So Rituja, I'm just going to unmute you so that you can elaborate your question a bit more. Please do. Hello.
Yeah, Rituja, please go ahead with the question.
Yeah, Rituja, can you please hear us? Are you able to hear us? Okay, I believe there is some problem from Rituja's side, but anyways,
So
Danish, I believe we can answer it for everyone.
I guess, yeah, I can't see the questions, Dakshesh, over here on my screen. Can you just repeat the question for
Yeah,
me?
so the question was that does cloud help in customer retention? And yes, most definitely cloud does help in customer retention. That is one of the most prime beauties of the cloud.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
because
Yes,
any other service you sell, you are going to have to coordinate with customer time on time to help him have it renewed. But
yeah,
let us say if you're, I'll again use the example of Office 365 because it is a very solid product. If your customer buys, and I'll be very frank here, if your customer buys Office 365 for once, number one, you can be ensured that there is no problem going to come whatsoever because it is a very solid product developed by Microsoft and comes with 100% uptime. So your customer is never going to want to switch from Office 365 to some other platform. So it does help in customer retention. And allow me to be very frank here, even if he wants to switch from Office 365 to some other platform, he cannot. It is very cumbersome. He cannot simply decide, okay, I'm going to move from Office 365 to, let's say, Google Apps. Who is going to take care of migration? Who is going to take care of support? And if he is headbent that, no, I have to shift, then also you make the money out of it. Provide him the managed service that I'm going to take care of complete migration of yours from Office
yeah,
365 to Google Apps and make money out of it. And then at the same time sell Google Apps license to him as well. So cloud
of
is something
course, of
in
course.
which you have once acquired a customer, then he is your customer for lifetime. The only thing that is going to
Yes,
happen is he is going to upgrade his services. 51 licenses from 50, 55 from 51. He is never going to downgrade. And then again, you also have the opportunity to bundle existing services.
yeah. Dakshish, we have another question from BJ Patel.
Hmm.
So the question is, what is the benefit to come to ZNet Live?
Hmm.
Mean to say, let's suppose I need a Microsoft Amazon. Why should I select ZNet Live instead directly going to a Microsoft? Again, a very good question by Mr. Patel. Mr. Patel, when you talk about Amazon and Microsoft, they are the providers. Okay, they are not the solution providers. So anyhow, they sell the services, but they don't sell the solutions when I want to differentiate between the services and the solution, they will give you an Office 365, but they will not do a migration for you. They will give you an Azure platform, but they will not do a configuration for an Azure platform. Amazon will give you a cloud computing services, a backup services, or the storage services, but they will not structure the things for you. So let's suppose you are going to a client which needs a very huge computing power for the system, and you need to design an architecture for him. So Amazon will never come in front and design an architecture for your customer. So you need to find out a provider out there in the market or a partner out there in the market to whom you can go and sit together to design an architecture for your customer and deploy that architecture for them. So when you talk about like companies like Microsoft and Amazon, they do sell products directly, okay, but their more dependency comes out from the partners only, and we are one of the partner for Microsoft and Amazon. Hope I have answered your question.
Yes, I believe because see, they are very prized customers of yours. Once they start using Amazon or Microsoft, you don't want them to get troubled into support, and maybe Microsoft is not supporting well or Amazon is not supporting, and they even cannot go to in-depth support. And this is where ZNetLive comes into the picture, that we are going to provide all the managed services. I believe this makes it clear, Danish.
Yeah.
Ilango
So
P.
what's
Ilango has a question that where I can find more details about your products that you are to charge rupees 12 per day.
yes.
So Ilango, that is and a lot of people have got excited about this thing that this costs only rupees 12 per day. So this product Office
Yeah.
365 is available on a website. You can go to a website, or maybe you can just Google ZNetLive Office 365 and you can directly go to the landing page and see all the features in detail. Anyhow, on Monday we'll also have a team separately get in touch base with you, wherein they will you'll also get a video recording of this webinar and in this webinar, and you're also going to get the links of all the relevant programs we have talked about, all the relevant services we have talked about, Azure, public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, Office 365, etc., etc.
So again, one thing I need to add it over here. So I can see the questions people are asking, like they want to see a demo for a product. Again, I'm very excited, like you guys show some interest on it, and hopefully we won't be able to show you right now. But again, we are planning for a next webinar within this month. Tentatively on 26th of February this month. So hopefully we'll give you a complete backend customizations, what you can do it from a +1 partner, or we call it as a 2-tier partner. Okay, so you will be able to see the complete backend, how you can sell the products, what is a ready-made website you guys are going to get, and what sort of products you can sell, and further things which will be there within the panel, right? So hopefully we will plan it. You guys will surely get a mail soon on this.
And yeah, there is one more question which I believe is important. Manish asked that if we buy from you, then will it be more costly comparatively from that provider? Danish, can you please answer this?
Actually, it will be a cheaper one.
Yeah.
The reason being is when you buy product directly from a company, they give on the price which is their retail price, and we being a partner, so we get discounts on to their original product, and we get commissions out of it. So what we do share those commissions with our partners further. Okay, so if you have a customer, you keep your commission, we keep our commission, you mature the sale, we do the technical, we deal with the technical complexity, and we both earn profits out of it. So again, it always becomes cheaper buying it from a partner. Let me get you the reason as well. We buy products in a bulk from the provider.
Exactly.
You might buy a product like in a very low volume.
So we have that advantage of getting lower prices from them and then extending them to you and extending the commissions as well.
Yes, yes, makes
And
sense.
I can see one more important question. Shweta, although Shweta has left, she has asked that in CRM, are we using third-party application or our own? So this is important to address, that the panel you're going to get is completely built in-house by ZNetLive. So you're not going to get any other third-party panel for your customer or for yourself as well. And then, can you see any other questions, Danish?
Yes, we have one question from Vineet Arora. Hi, one of your website prices are higher than on MS Office website. I'm answering these questions. The reason being, these questions actually comes into mind for every partner, those who comes to us. When you'll see the pricing, we have shown a higher pricing out there on the website. The reason being is we have a chain of partners, so we do give commissions to our partners. So we need to keep a buffer between selling to our customers and to the partners, because we believe motivating our partners instead of entertaining direct customers. Okay, and second thing, if you'll check out at the bottom of the page, you'll find out somewhere written like we give you a complete bundle of the product. Bundle includes the migration cost, the deployment cost, and the training cost, which is again a very expensive on the price which we have mentioned out. I mean, we have given the value more than the price which we are charging. So I guess we need to have answered your question. Okay, I can see one more question. Can you please list out the commission structure? So again, the commission structure comes out from the different products actually. Okay, so different products have a different commission structure. Even the Office 365 has 6 plans, so every 6 plans has a different commission structure, and it also depends on the volume of the product you buy from us and the commitment you give to us.
I believe Manish.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt, Dakshesh. I have a very good question. I could see like online meeting and video web conferencing, so we can have a webinars too like this one. Yes, of course, man. You can do that from Office products, right? With Skype for Business, you can surely do that as well, and you can do, I guess, up to thousands, up to 1,000 attendees can attend that, including the basic license. Yeah, please, Dakshish.
Yeah, I believe that's it. There is one very important question. Can I get the entire details via email? Nityan asked this. Yes, definitely. You'll get an email from a team on Monday. We have actually just skimmed the top. So you're going to get features of A, the complete partner program in very good detail from a team, and B, all the features, since a lot of people have here shown interest in Office 365. So the details of that will be sent to you in a separate, very detailed mail as well. So yeah, you can start to expect some spamming from next week. So Suyog, you are looking for an answer on data migration. So Suyog, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute you because I think you need to elaborate it a bit. And yes, Suyog, can you please ask your question in pretty good detail?
Yeah, hi Dakshesh and hi Danish. It was really nice of you to invite us. Just a quick question. Now, what happens is typically we are talking about a certain solution which is time tested and all good things that we saw. Now, where I come from is typically from a mid-level thing where the any client who typically has been using some service for his, for instance, example, emails. Which is already a hosted solution elsewhere in anywhere in any data center. Now, when I suppose pitch in for cloud or both 365, or what happens is they say that we have 20,000 mails, we have 100 mailboxes. Will you be able to take the entire migration on your things when I am ready to migrate? So what I'm talking about is the data migration of the existing email system to the new accounts that we are talking about.
So you let me repeat your question to make it more clear. So you're looking forward if someone is using an existing email solution, it could be a Zimra or it could be a webmail even. So
correct.
Will be helping them to migrate the data to Microsoft Office 365.
Correct.
Perfect. So yes, Suyog, basically the prices which we have mentioned it on our website, the pricing includes these migration costs, and this migration cost will be covered within the pricing. So we do any sort of migration and any complex migration. We are one of the certified what you can say solution provider for an Office 365, which includes the migration services as well and the deployment services. Cool.
Super. I think that addresses the concern.
Thank you, Sumit. Thanks for your question, man.
Great.
I hope this is a very common question, and I guess we have been coming out with many other attendees as well. And one thing more, guys. So Office 365 is an basically an entry point of product for your consumer. Like if you talk about you are going to email is a necessity for everyone. Okay, so someone is coming out for a solution and he needs something in IT solution. So Office 365 is a product which you can pitch for an entry level. So it's not the product you have to depend on actually. So this is a product which can be entertained on an entry level, and once the customer is in or on your board, so you are able to sell as many as products, or upselling you can do it from there as well. Okay, so even they can earn and upsell public, private, and hybrid cloud and the dedicated service as well. So once you have a customer who is buying an email services from you, you can sell the dedicated servers, you can sell cloud services, you can sell a hybrid cloud, public cloud, or a private cloud. It's a good way to retain a customer actually. So once the customer is in for you, once the customer is on a board, it's an awesome way to retain your customers.
I hope we answered your question satisfactorily, CEO.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you so much, CEO. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Danish, Manish also has a question. Will you also give services for Google app or only for Office 365? Yes, we do have a Google app lined up as well, and it is going to be live on our website sometime next week. So we are going to extend you both.
Yeah, we are just about to. Even our team is competent enough to do it right now as well. But again, I guess it's not publicly mentioned it on our within a week. So yeah. I guess it is live.
So Manish, as Danish said, it is currently not on the website, but still, if you have any customer who has requirement for Google Apps, you can directly get in touch with the sales team, or you can even drop us an email. So we have all the capability to provide Google Apps right now as well. We are Google Apps partner. So yeah, we can provide this right now as well.
I can see a question coming out from Vineet Arora. Very good question. Question is, we normally face through competition from email providers like GoDaddy, Net4, ZNet, of course, yes. In small business segment, when try to sell Office 365 because of cost, any advices? See, Vineet, your competition you are facing, the reason being is you are selling a product, you are not selling a solution, man. Right? So you need to come out with the solution, which is something you are giving a migration services to your customer. Even Microsoft website sells the product. Microsoft's website sells the product at the price X, and we sell the product at the price X plus Y. How we are able to sell that? It could be a challenge for us. The reason being is, I've answered the same question earlier. We are selling a solution. We are not selling a product. So Net4, GoDaddy, they are selling a product. They're not selling a solution. If you'll go to GoDaddy and ask them, will you migrate our services to Office 365? They will completely say no. Okay. So if you'll come to us and you'll ask, like, will you guys migrate the services? Will you guys provide us the training? Will you guys deploy the services? They'll say yes. So when you are going to your customer, you need to pitch the product. And coming on to the point, in competition with ZNet, I've already told our pricing are higher than the actual product pricing. So I guess you can sell at the lower price from us. So this could be again a marketing pitching point for you guys, right? Please, Dakshesh.
Yeah, sounds good. Means we encourage you to do the same thing that I will be trying here. Microsoft encourages us to do. That don't just sell Office 365. Sell your expertise with Office 365 as well. Sell your existing products with Office 365 as well. If you're going to sell Office 365 vanilla, you're not going to get much success. So sell your managed services, bundle your existing products, and in that way you're going to cut the competition, because your competition, GoDaddy, Net4 or ZNet, are not going to be able to provide those services which you are capable of providing. So bundle your expertise, bundle your existing products with Office 365.
So, Dakshesh, I guess we are running out of time. We have
Yep, yep.
committed guys from 4 to 5. It took us like 5-10 minutes late to start because you guys were joining us. So I guess to be punctual, we need to close the session now. And hopefully we'll meet you guys very soon again, and we'll be keep on doing these kind sort of session, and we'll try to make it more and more interactive in a coming time, where we speak less and you guys speak more, which where I can see an aggression coming out from you guys as well. Okay, so Dakshish, closing note. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And one quick thing, Elango, you have asked for a free video demo of Skype for Business. I have passed on your request to our team as we speak, so you'll be hearing from us very soon. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. This was the first webinar of ours on Cloud Series. I believe that you found it very informative, and we were actually able to contribute something of value. We'll be having a lot of these webinars in coming